Hello guys, and welcome to a new Star Division 2 video today by me, Vulcan, and Attack Power.
Hello everyone, diving into an exciting third match. Woo.
Yeah, in this video we have for you Game 3 of a best of 3 between Yamin and Farid in the quarterfinals of the Division 1 Season 11 playoffs of the Steel Division 2 League. Today they are going to be playing on Gora Kalwaria. Look at that. And on our left in the red team playing on the allied side, we have Yamin using the 3rd Canadian Infantry with the Maverick deployment type. And on our right in the blue team, we have Farid using the 715th Infantry with the Maverick deployment type. What a map this is for a league game. We really do not see this very often, but some very interesting divisions.
Oh yeah. Guys, if 3rd Canadian makes an amphibious push of any sort, you need to destroy that like button, okay? Because we all know we're going to love it. Like, I need this to happen so bad. But Farid being on 716, I mean, obviously Yamin doesn't care about what division he plays against. He's left open 17th SS. Now he's left open 760, which is another really strong division out of Men of Steel. Not, you know, basically if it's in Men of Steel, the general, it's 715. Sorry, I don't know why I'm saying 716. The general rule of thumb is if it's in Men of Steel, you ban it. For the most part. But yeah, Yamin doesn't care. And both of these players, for some reason, picking Maverick on one of the most balanced maps in the game. But, you know, I'm not upset about it or anything. But yeah, I mean, 2 solid divisions, 3rd Canadian, big buff when they got the kangaroo rifles and stuff. And if they ever buff the Brens, this division might be really, really good. Right now, it's just solid. It has a lot of good tools. It does a lot of good things. 715th has tons and tons of good tools. Not very many weaknesses. No flame infantry. That's probably the most noticeable of weaknesses for this division. But yeah, it's got phenomenal arty. It's got basically a great tab and everything. AA is a little soft. AA is a little like Canadians. He's got very little Air Force, shockingly, which is definitely weird. But yeah, you got the lots of infantry, Shermans, some Fireflies, good times.
Yeah, 3rd Canadian used to be meta for a while, but yeah, I'm super excited for potential amphibious plays in this one.
Please.
Once upon a time, I tried to push an M4 all the way up. We do actually have a Shem 5DD at the start, at the top there.
Do it.
It will be able to support his infantry as they try and cross any of the fords. Staghound AA up there with Defense Group, Piats, he's got the Vickers, he's got the Staghound further down with the Assault Pioneers, Vickers, HMG, Sniper Scouts coming in these 2-inch mortar carriers, so looking once again to make use of the light mortars, which do require a decent amount of micro ousters coming out as well in order to provide recon. On the side of Farid, he's going to be opting for the Luftwaffe Pioneers on the top side. He's got the MG34s spread out across the front with the Pak 38. Panzer IIs supporting, IG-18s, 2 IG-33s on the bottom side, with the Panzergrens, the big boys, the Chonkers, and the MG-34s and the Tiger there. So, interesting deployment for this bottom side. I'm looking to potentially support an infantry push using these IG-33s and Tiger to get onto that island.
What's really weird here from Farid, who we all know is a very aggressive player, he's not doing anything aggressive at all. Now, understandably, he was never going to beat the Jeep rush out of 3rd Canadian to the front line, so I'm assuming that's why. But, yeah, and I don't know how he's going to get across the river now. How is he going to do it?
Players setting up very cautiously on their own side of the river. Sometimes you might see a play over one of these bridges. In this case, we got the Focke-Wulf coming in, taking out the recon plane on the top side, Spitfire, trying to get on the tail of the Focke-Wulf in response. Focke-Wulf has been forced back, so the Spitfire should have a chance to finish that off if it can catch up. It will and does find the kill. That's actually really, really nice early on.
Yeah, that's huge. That's a lot of points to lose. That Staghound AA is not actually a good AA piece at all, but it really did work there with its double 50 cal here, which is now pretty good at shooting at planes these days with the recent buff to it. Spitfire then drops some bombs on the Luftwaffe down there. That's I mean, Yamin in his airplay is really impressive, honestly.
One thing that is nice about Yamin's forces right now, he has a really nice position up north, and he can support it very easily with the Sherman, because the Sherman can just cross this river here.
Yes.
So we are technically going to be able to see an amphibious play. It's not going to be like he's engaging stuff while he's going across the river. But honestly, that's how amphibious plays should be made in real life as well. You don't want to be under fire while you're in the water. That's a very bad place to be.
I don't even think... Could these things really shoot while in the water? I don't think they could.
You could probably use a machine gun, but not the main gun.
Yeah, I would not think they could fire the main gun. Although, I wonder if in-game... Oh, I just watched it. I've never actually seen it.
They could.
This is literally... Yeah, this is the first time I've ever actually seen this happen.
Yeah, the propellers actually turn around when they're in the water as well, which is really cool.
Just, like, went up the hill and everything, had a little water thing. That's so fun. Never actually seen it happen.
Ready to kill the Panzer II. Rifles moving forwards. Gonna have a hard time getting through the Luftwaffe. These guys are chunky squads. Fanatical 15-man squad with MG34s and 10 SVTs. That's a lot of mid-range DPS.
Well, not when you have a double 50 cal, which will basically instantly pin you.
Yeah, true. The Staghound AA is pretty scary for enemy infantry as well. The Sherman 5 here chasing down the Panzer II after taking advantage of its amphibious capability. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Farid just looking for fire position rounds with the IG-33 to soften up things down there. But I think both players have their eyes focused on this top side as Yamin does push himself to the 1311.
Yeah, but Farid not bringing in any reinforcements really, a 20 mil, and that's it. And I'm not sure if Farid has recognized how massive the attack Yamin has started up here is. I don't think he's really picked up on it.
Got some Luftwaffe fording the river in the center. Coming across, we'll bump into the assault pioneers. I really love the positioning of Yamin's close-range infantry. He always does that exceptionally well.
Oh yeah, they're always everywhere where you don't want them to be. Sherman's running down this fanatical infantry, which isn't going to do anything. They'll just have to kill it.
That's the trouble with these big, chunky fanatical squads. Is they just take so long to kill. They're just going to be hanging around. You're going to have to run after them for ages. But meanwhile, further up, these rifles actually just continuing to do a fantastic job against all of this infantry, keeping it pinned for a substantial amount of time, continuing to develop his position up there. Meanwhile, on the bottom, more units were brought up, like the Luftwaffe was brought up here, but these rifles with Piats, honestly, have been doing a lot better than I would have expected.
Secret Bren buff? Has it happened?
That's what it feels like, almost. Like they are seemingly suppressing way better than they should be, especially against units that have veterancy.
Yeah, usually Brens are kind of a joke. They're kind of just tickling the other team. But this time they're doing so. Wow, Panzer II on the bridge goes down. This little poke that Farid was trying is getting absolutely squashed by the Staghound and 2-inch carrier here. Down south, yeah, his push was held back again. He's going to try it again with the Panzer gun. 17-pounder coming in for the easy kill on the Tiger if that does not get out of line of sight, which it absolutely will not get out of line of sight.
It will be in line of sight of 2 IG-33s though, so it better hit its first shot, otherwise...
Yeah, it should better not miss.
Because it will go down very quickly. We do see 3 DD units on the way. We've got the Sherman 5 DD, the Priest DD on the bottom side, and the DD heading into the center. See if those duplex drives can really turn this game around for Yamin.
Priest DDs are fantastic. They're actually incredibly good. At only 40 points, double 50 cal on there, a really good 2K, nice damage, amphibious. I mean, this thing is actually phenomenal. So it's a good thing it's only in 3rd Canadian. Up north, the Panzer P40 took out the Staghound, but both of them did go down to the Sherman then, and that's ouchies.
Yeah, and this AS-42 20mm might also be in trouble. But nice, yeah, nice double kill onto the double P40 there. Very, very good. Staghound AA might end up spotting those pioneers. Ulster is going to see the AS-42, which could give a target for the Sherman 5. Meanwhile, Tiger on the bottom side, did that get penned?
It did get penned by the 17-pounder, but the 17-pounder died. And
it got deleted.
Yeah, the Priest DD is getting a little bit too cheeky and is probably going to die to the Tiger here. Yeah, ouch. Shouldn't be throwing that away. Yeah, he only has 1 card of those. You can get 2 cards. He only has 1.
Managed to get one shot onto the IG-33 at least. But that does leave that Tiger in a bit of a sketchy situation. If we see some artillery come in, or even just a bombing strike from the Spitfire or something, then again there is the SDK Z71 that's sitting behind that, ready and waiting. In the middle, this 2-inch mortar carrier is making a lot of difference here.
This thing is really good. Is the same as the 50mm mortar, basically. I mean, it's shorter range than the 50mm mortar for the Russians, but I mean, this 50mm mortar just in general, if you can utilize it well, is just an extremely powerful tool.
The Luftwaffejäger did manage to make it across the river.
He's there. He's made it.
He made it across the bridge. That's quite the feat, to be honest.
This is the working man's way to do this. Walk him across the bridge. No transports for me.
We're going to see the investment in the 105mm again. The Priest coming in for the second time in this series. The French used them in the first game, and now we're seeing the Canadians using them in the third game. He did get quite a lot of value with those first time around, so maybe he can find the kill onto the Tiger with it, and also try and break down some of this AA that's preventing his Spitfires from getting value.
Yeah, it shot down the Oster just in time to stop it from spotting for the Spitfire to bomb. And now the Spitfire's swinging up north. Yeah, look at quite a roundabout way to get there, but it's doing it. Farid pushing a little bit again with the Luftwaffejäger in the center. Luftwaffejäger down south finally finds the rifles Piat. I really want to see this Sherman drive across the river here, just get onto this island. Could definitely do it.
Yeah, it could easily drive across right now, secure a position in the light cover, cover off that flag, but currently the Pak 40 being allowed to move through and nothing to fire on that and stop it, which means the Pak 40 will get into light cover and then be able to prevent the Sherman 5 and Priest DD from really being that effective on the bottom side.
Yes, but instead it unloads out in the open, which means it's going to get one shot off, and it better kill that Priest DD, or that's going to kill... Well, the Sherman's going to do it too. Both these units can easily stop this Pak 40 in the open.
Yeah. That's not
and
good.
It missed. Oh, it missed. Oh. And now the 50 cals of the Sherman are going to basically instantly pin this thing. Oh, that was so bad.
Yeah, that could have been 100 times better. The Tiger has managed to get a shot, or is in line of sight to hit the Priest DD. Priest DD and did not reverse in time. Is going to go down as well. German 5 does take out the Pak 40 though.
Ooh. Up north, Yamin grabbing this flag and holding on to his 1311. Looks like his plan is to just nice and slow bleed out. Now the Sherman up here died. I'm assuming to the Panzer P40, which is a pretty big kill. He needed that dead really bad.
Yeah, that's going to stop this position from being so dominant for Yamin for sure. But meanwhile, we still got machine gun fire whittling down units in the center. The P40 is trying to get across the bridge right now. Lorraine is on the field for Farid. Closer ranges, that can be pretty handy indeed. Pak 38 has snuck through, will be engaging the Sherman with its APCR, looking for a crit to stop that from loading.
Missed.
I think it hit the first two shots, right? But it just didn't.
No, I think it missed the first and hit the second.
Okay.
It did not apply enough suppression to be a hit. Lorraine is one of the best 150mm arty pieces in the game. Still has a work in progress on it. Great job, Yudin.
It must be one they missed.
It's been on here for 3 months.
That's
still
hilarious.
got a work in progress.
I will make sure to pass that on. Oh, the 17-pounder went for the shot there onto the Tiger E, crossing the bridge. Ooh. Can it find the second shot? It will. Tiger E goes down. Priest DD takes out the IG-33 as well. That's beautiful because the Sherman 5 is now enabled once again, and the 17-pounder takes the Panzer II with it. Very, very nice. The Sherman 5, come on, just drive it across the water. We all want to see it go across the water.
Do it. I know the second I go off of this unit, he's going to do it. Like, I'm going to be up north covering something, and he's going to move that. And I'm going to be like, no!
No, we don't get to see the propellers.
I need to see it go across the river. Double Spitfire coming in. Going to wipe out this central position. There is a 20mm. That will definitely not stop either of those Spitfires.
Killing off the Pak 38, killing off the MG would be the best targets there. Doing damage to the Luftwaffejäger. is okay. The Luftwaffe Jaeger was the target of the second one, so I guess it's
Priest
fine.
DD getting the IG-33 down south, which is out of HE because Farid let it shoot on the edge of that tree forest for like 5 minutes straight. So it's kind of useless now anyway until ammo comes in, and it may not get that long. May not be that long.
He's
for the
doing
world
it
anyway.
He's doing it. Attack Barry's doing it. The Sherman 5's going in.
There it goes. Look at that. What? That was he literally dropped it off of the
He ramped it into the water there.
Yes, that multi-ton tank can definitely survive just dropping in 5 feet into the water.
Up he
I love
goes.
it. And it drives straight up. Oh, this is great.
Needs to
I
bring
love
the
this match.
defense group with him. Those guys holding their rifles above their heads, following the DD through.
Nice. Things
Very,
you never
very
noticed.
cool.
I almost want more games on this map because of this, but this map is horrendous, so I also don't.
Well, Priest DD further up, getting shots onto the Pioneers there will help take that out. But it seems like, honestly, Farid's become very, very thin on this bottom side. Those defense group will need to screen the Sherman 5 against the Pak 38, but once that's down, I don't think the Panzergrens with the Panzerbuchs are really going to be doing much. So that M4 can provide a lot of damage. But now we see on the top side, the Decima coming to play. Stormtroopers did get off their HE though. So trading relatively nicely. But the Decima
We're getting the
so
assault
good.
pioneers there. Yeah, so you don't really have good CQC in 7/15 for the first phase, for A phase, so you do get very solid CQC going into B phase though.
Yeah. And you unlock the Beretta power.
Yes.
Priest-
Looks like Farid's gonna bomb his own. He's arting his own infantry here. Oops.
Oh yeah, so he is. Priest DD further up did manage to kill off the Pak 38. And the Luftwaffe Jaeger down to one man there. So that could be another flag that goes in favor of Yamin. Staghound actually managed to hold back both the Decima Esperatori and the Pioneers, so they aren't making much more ground. And we see the Kangaroo rifles now coming in on the top side, the new unit that you mentioned.
Oh yeah, these guys are good.
They are very, very
good.
strong, and they come with a really nice 50 cal half track. Well, it's not really a half track; it's like a converted tank.
Tank, yeah. Yeah, these units have put 3rd Canadian back on the map, without a doubt. Nothing else changed about 3rd Canadian, really. Just the addition of this unit, which, you know, I guess the answer to how many Brens does it take to not suck is 3. So...
Yeah, true. True. We did the math, boys. We did the math.
I guess the answer ended up being 3, because this unit is pretty darn good. And then, I mean, obviously, truthfully, the Kangaroo transport itself is I would almost say the real prize there, because having tons of 50 cals running around is a lot of value. Now the Elephant in down south, if you couldn't get it done with a Tiger, get a bigger animal.
Yeah, the Elephant here is an interesting choice. I mean, it's gonna kind of be difficult to get into a good position to actually help in any scenario, but Spitfires managing to break through further up, getting damage onto both the IGs, but no kill coming through for either, which is unfortunate. You'd like to see those Spitfires at least kill the IG-18 in that scenario, but the AA doing just enough to create dispersion on those bombs.
This Staghound AA is like holding up everything. Is Staghound AA new meta?
This thing has always been exceptionally good, and you'll see potentially Crusade AAs later on. I don't know if he has them in the deck, but those can do a very similar job to the Staghound AA. The Staghound AA is just like the mini version in the early game that's relatively cheap and good value for money.
Crusader AA actually kills stuff, though. The Staghound just basically pins down anything soft that gets in range. Do you see a 122 here, the Russian 122 in for Farid, along with that Lorraine? So Farid trying to get a little bit more arty this game. And I actually feel like Yamin, I don't feel like his 105 has done very much. I don't feel like I've really seen it firing.
I don't think it's really been doing much on the bottom side yet, no.
Yeah, which
he has
is kind of
brought in
weird.
the second one. He's also arting himself. Both players doing it. See, don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. These are some of the best players in the world. They also arty themselves.
Yep, exactly. At least he's trying to be fair. He's trying to say, you know, you already did your stuff for me. I'll do it a little bit too. We're all square.
I really wish that, like, in the chat during this game, they were literally saying that. He's like, I'm gonna help you by arting my own stuff too.
Yeah, you know, dude, it's the right thing. It's the honorable thing to do. I'm gonna arty my own stuff.
Farid's like, oh no, I arted my own stuff, sad face, and Yamin's just like, don't worry, bro, I got you.
We'll look terrible together. It's okay.
Well, Assault Pioneers coming in on the top side, unfortunately getting transport sniped by the Panzerbuchse of all things.
Wow. I think that's the first time that's ever killed something.
That thing does 1 damage.
It's terrible.
Somehow, with the guns, I guess, the Kar-98s and the MG-34s probably were actually the main thing that killed the transport.
It's probably the machine gun, not the AT rifle.
But Assault Pioneer should be able to hold back the Pioneer unit, but not all of the Decima. Nope. That's a lot of Decima in the same position. Yep. And the Pioneer managed to get off his HE.
Every time.
Wow. Very, very nice. It's an interesting interaction where if you don't give your Pioneer an order after they get flamed, they always throw their HE after they stop moving.
Correct. Yep, correct.
It's you really, don't want to order them.
Yeah, you don't want to order them to do anything. They'll throw it after they stop moving. But if they do anything, they'll reset. And that's why if you're using the flamer unit, you kind of almost want to fire the flames and fall them back, because if you can get out of line of sight in time, they actually have to re-aim them.
Yeah, indeed. It's like a very interesting interaction that is quite niche. Ooh.
Rifle leader misses with his Piat on the Martyr 3. Will get a second chance and won't fail twice.
Are you surprised that a Piat missed?
I'm not. I'm actually going to be honest with you. The last several games I've watched with Commonwealth, and there's been a fair number of Commonwealth games, I haven't seen the Piat miss very much. It's
50%
actually
accuracy.
I understand that, but the ISU has 30% accuracy, and that hits 9 out of 10 times. So, is any of it really real? Is any of it really real? Now, a push in the center here from Yamin with his stormtroopers, and all these units kind of in weird line of sight, so they didn't stop them. So they did get across the river, and Yamin on a 15-9.
And they're not going to last too long, though, as they come under fire from multiple squads. But then again, all of those squads, only 1 man. So all that Stormtrooper really needs to do is right-click forwards. I think it just kills them all. But the MG-34 is going to be enough to prevent that from being the case.
Yeah, and Farid's push here in the forest now just getting thrown back. He's got a couple left over up north that are finding some easy kills on a machine gun and a sniper here. We do see a Grenadier coming in. The 15W, the 15th wave ones. That's like, is that the disheartened one? I think it is. Yeah, it is. It's the really disheartened one. Mm-hmm. SDKZ coming under fire now, along with the Lorraine, I think. Yeah, it looks like maybe he's counterbattering the Lorraine, and the SDKZ's getting caught up in it. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, yeah. The priests further up have massive dispersion, like the one at the top of the map that's firing all the way down. Absolutely, but I don't think it's going to be very successful. There, the Sherman 5, we got to remember that is damaged, so this Marder 3 coming across the bridge here, if it gets 1 shot off, will get the job done. And it can trade that shot because it has... Oh, unless it gets gun jammed! What a crit! CMP went down, though. I think that was potentially a 17-pounder that got killed on the backside of that tree line. And then Marder went down on the bridge, but took that with it. So, not bad trade. But the Marder 3 there getting gun jammed, that was clutch.
Yeah, and the Priest DD actually went down to the Pack 40. So, nice kill there. Up north, Grenadier 15s there, pushing it on the Assault Pioneers, just looking to overwhelm it with numbers. And Farid going hard. He's got a lot of troops here. He is outnumbering right now, but he needs to kill off this light armor before he can get through anything, because the 50 cows will just cut that right off.
Yeah, these Kangaroos are providing such a good fire support for the Kangaroo rifles themselves and all of these Assault Pioneers. Like, anything that's like in close range can be covered off by these 50 cows whenever the Decima get to the edge of the tree line. So this Marder 3 has got to come through with this AS-20mm and clean all of this out. Without getting killed by Piats in the process, which is going to be relatively difficult to do. What looked like a relatively constructed push, well-constructed push on this bottom side from Farid has now been broken down, and the Elephant and the Sturmpanzer are just kind of chilling once again, coming under continued artillery fire. These priests really being made good use of now in order to continuously bring down artillery fire.
Took 3, missing the key shot. Pack 40 missing the key shot. Oh, sometimes you just don't have it. There it is, finally. Oh, but the Pack 40 still goes down. Oi. Oi. Fair not having a good day.
Yeah, that Sherman 5 doing some work. Maybe shouldn't have been in that position, though. Maintaining that sort of strong position in the light cover there, forcing stuff to come across the bridge and engage it at close range, actually works out really, really nicely for it. So putting it in an exposed position, bit of a mistake in my opinion. But nice job on the top side meanwhile. The Sherman 3 has come through, takes out the Marder 3, and now the AS-42 forced back in the meantime.
Yeah, this push is not developing well for Farid. He's losing a lot of troops, not taking much with him at the same time. But we do see Yamin is a huge force in the center too. Like, I do wonder when he decides to throw all that forward. This Tiger is the only thing holding him up. Firefly moving in for it, though, gets a shot off, and the Tiger has not responded. Can't see it.
Yeah, it's interesting that Yamin backed off from that.
Yeah.
Because it definitely could have got a second shot.
Yeah, really strange, because it did not spot it at all.
So the Deciman managed to kill the leader on the top side, at least. So that is removing some of the veterancy from the Sherman and the Kangaroo here. But neither of those can really do too much. Like, the Panzerbuchse is struggling to kill the Kangaroo.
Kill it. It hasn't even scratched it yet.
I think it managed to get at least 1 pen. The trouble is, because it does so little damage, it doesn't really stress a unit either.
Yeah. Firefly down south finding the Sturmpanzer. Oh.
And those Sturmpanzer in limited supply, so really good hit there. And then the second shot, finding the penetration as well. Clean kill, very nice. But
so we now
honestly,
see
Farid getting onto this island is with the Elephant is actually pretty big.
Yeah, the Tiger took out a Sherman in the center. Weird that Yamin backed off the Firefly and let the Sherman get killed. Kind of weird. I think he just missed. I have to assume he missed it. Yeah, the Elephant, that is not dying to this this Firefly.
Oh, the spawning crit. Bam. Down goes the Firefly. Very, very nice indeed. Getting some luck back in his favor with that one. And then the Panzergren's now able to just drive on through. There's not going to be a tank there to stop them from making a big salient on this bottom side. 17-pounder trying to sneak up into a position where it can catch out the Elephant or one of these Stugs. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, the IG-33 in the center just took out a 17-pounder on the edge of the hill, on the edge of the woods there. Really nice. And Farid actually back at a 13-11. The off-map Ram here up north throwing down some 30 cal, which is not nearly as impressive as a 50 cal, but still doing some work.
The Spitfire being brought in on the bottom side is going directly for the SDK Z71, but it has just recovered in time after being artied by the priest. Didn't get really pinned down as well as it could have. One of the Kangaroo rifles just got killed, or got its transport killed before they unloaded, which chunked that squad significantly. Not something you want to see. But Farid in a nice position here. 14-10. Actually, really, really nice push on this bottom side. Yamin's going to have to try and find a way to neuter this and then make his own play, potentially in the middle, with the amount of forces that he has there.
Yeah, counter battery back on the Lorraine again. A second Lorraine is in, so good to see 2 of those going. This 122, I don't think it's had much effect. I'm not a huge fan of the 122. It's one of the better Soviet arty pieces, but that still doesn't make it a great arty piece. I just feel like it lacks punch, and it doesn't fire fast enough to make up for that lack of punch. We see the arty, the 107s, pushing back the Grenadier here pretty easily, getting that flag back. Still 13-11, though. And I feel like Farid's right on the edge of capturing this Kangaroo holding the flag up north, allowing him to keep some... Well, Farid might get a 15-9 here with the Stug and the 20 mil coming in to clear that out.
The one thing that is nice, though, Yamin has quickly brought in reinforcements that are positioned in a way that he can shoot into this armor from multiple sides. So he's got like the Sherman 3 on the top side of the light cover, the 17 pounder sort of in the middle, and then 2 6-pounders on the bottom side, so that no matter like which way these Stugs are facing, they're always going to get side shot. So that's really, really smart.
Yeah, and the Elephant here might be in trouble from the 17 pounder as well. Did it spot it? I don't think it did.
Oh, crew kill.
Oh no, that one
first
for
shot.
the Stug. Oh.
I don't think the Elephant has line of sight. It's just like a meter away from being able to see it.
Yeah. But instead it spots the Kangaroo and misses. Oof. Oh. Up north, he did. Farid did capture the flag, but an off map going to drop right on top of his advancing troops. They took out the Sherman. The Stug 3 took out the Sherman, or maybe the Decima there perhaps did as well. I don't know who, but someone killed the Sherman, which was pretty big. Farid's still on that 1410, but now all of a sudden his southern position doesn't feel all that secure.
Oh, bounce there for the 17 pounder. Is that technically a frontal shot? I think it is.
Apparently.
But the 6-pounders have got side shots.
He's not backing it up.
Oh, this is what I was talking about with the setup here. It was so good. The double 6-pounder securing the kill on the Elephant. Beautiful stuff. That's a lot of points to lose as well.
Yeah, it is. And we're now 8 minutes into C-phase.
And the Sherman 3 takes out the Stug on the top side at the same time. And this Ram with its off-map pinning down and forcing back all of this disheartened infantry. And the Kangaroos don't want to sit and get HE'd by the Pioneer, though. They might be forced to. The Kangaroos actually running back towards Kangaroo rifles.
Yeah, this little sequence here has been kind of disastrous for Farid, who looked like he was getting himself back into a position, and all of a sudden doesn't look so good. Kangaroo down south going to surrender the Panzer Grenadiers. Or just kidding, it's going to stop. Okay, that's really. He's like actually driving around this Panzer.
He's like purposely fast moving around it. What is he doing?
Why wouldn't he go surrender it? What is he doing?
He must have misclicked. That's the only explanation there, because that is very strange. Unless he was thinking he needed to keep range in order to, you know, keep the 50 cal firing, right? Because it has a minimum range of 100 meters. But
yes, but the Panzergun was already pinned.
Yeah, it was already pinned. Anyway, 17 pounder going to be going down to the Lorraine. The Sherman 3 is just trying to advance in a close range here to finish off the Stug. Will be able to get the shot off first, finds the kill at close range, has a decent penetration at that range for sure. And now there's a lot of potential here for Yamin to take back this island.
Yeah, and he's kind of broken down a lot of these infantry here from Farid up north as well. And the problem is, once again, Farid's relying heavily on disheartened infantry, and they just don't hold up. I mean, they go down really quick.
Also, like, for this entire game, you mentioned it throughout the series, Farid is the one who's, like, aggressive. And Yamin, what he does is he just sponges these attacks so well. And just finds so much value throughout these engagements. And then, as soon as he breaks his opponent, he capitalizes on it so quickly. And in this case, like, maybe a bridge too far for those first rifles coming in the Kangaroo there. But the second lot should be able to move through the light cover here and potentially help take out the SDKZ-71. As the Spitfires come in to help deal with the infantry, although it looks like they were trying to bomb the SDKZ-71 themselves.
There's the Piat. SDKZ hero can't go on any longer.
Yeah, interesting. I feel like the play there would have been to use the Kangaroo rifles to kill the SDKZ first and then bomb, but got a little bit overzealous.
I think potentially they got in that close because the SDKZ was firing at the planes.
But it would have still been in range with the Piat regardless.
But I think the SDKZ pinned so quickly, I don't know if it would have got the shot off, honestly.
Maybe. All of this infantry, though, is completely pinned on this bottom side and falling back.
Yeah, never a good look when your entire front is pinned down.
Meanwhile, on the top side, Sherman 3 looking for the kill onto the AS-42. AS-42 actually driving forwards itself, so these are definitely going to clash. And the Sherman should make short work of it.
Yeah, no clash here, just insta-kill. And it looks like in the center, the Tiger died. I'm not sure to what. It looks like maybe it traded with the Firefly, because I don't see that there anymore either. Maybe that's down south, actually. Maybe that moved. I think it did, actually, the damaged Firefly there. So, I mean, there's a chance here that Yamin could make another push in the center.
Yeah, there's only these MG34s that have really been stopping his infantry from getting across here. I mean, there was obviously the Tigers before, but now, and a couple of times actually, the MG34s have been the only thing defending that. Firefly does go down on the bottom side. Eventually killed off map, looking to try and clear out the way on this island for the Kangaroo rifles to take up position. Then he might try, I guess, and get one of those 6-pounders across the bridge, but that's going to be a difficult task, especially with these Lorraines constantly firing throughout the entire game. He has been doing the same with the priests, though.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he didn't just use the 107s to force these infantry off, like instead of an entire off map. Like, I feel like he could have really easily just each priest pick one little spot here in this woods and cleared this out really fast. I know he's trying to counter battery these Lorraines, and I totally get that, but I feel like he could spend one barrage just pushing these off without having to spend an off map on this.
Yeah, I don't think that off map's that valuable. Right? I don't know if like the Ram is actually like a decent machine gun tank, right? Because it's got 100 front armor.
Yeah, I guess, but it's not a good machine gun. It's a 30 cal. Like, it's not even doing much.
Sure.
So I'm not sure why you'd spend 140 points, you know, part of your 140 point investment bombing these infantry that you could very easily just do yourself. I mean, the 107 might pick up this Lorraine soon because it's not moving. Oop, transport dies. Again, yeah. Already a little close to the reinforcement road. Another elephant coming in. Wow. I can't believe Farid feels like he's got 240 points, 5 points to throw into this thing.
Yeah, considering we are well into Phase C Maverick income.
Yeah.
80
that's
points.
3 minutes of income on this singular unit, which I don't even think has, like, really important targets. Like, not really. Nothing a Tiger can't do. Like, he's got 10 Tigers in his deck. Why not just call a Tiger it?
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But it is less vulnerable to the 17-pounders.
But he's killed like 5 17-pounders already. There's not that many in the deck, I don't think. It just seems weird. I know he does, but there can only be so many. He saw them in A phase already, which means at least a card's in A phase. And then he saw more, so there's probably a card in B phase, and usually players don't play more than 2 cards of 17-pounders. So it's reasonable to think there's about 6. So it just seems weird. And a Tiger at max range is still not going to, like, insta-die to a 17-pounder. And also then you get the higher HE damage on the Tiger, which is more your target right now anyway. I don't know. It just seems like odd. But here it is, a smoke play from Yamin. Kangaroo rifles beating across. Well, speeding might not be the right word. Heading across. Let's just say heading across.
Nice play on the bottom side by Farid. Has used the Lorraines to dislodge Yamin's infantry. Take back that flag at least. But yeah, the smoke play is coming through. No amphibious support though. Let's be sad about that.
Sad. Yeah. Yamin, you're letting me down here, man. I feel like you're in the driver's seat. You can take the time to chance an amphibious assault. Like, come on. Up north, Sherman 3 coming up against a Tiger that worked its way into the woods here and recaptures this flag for Fair, which is pretty key, actually.
Yeah, that's a good kill. That's a good kill. It's kind of the thing he needs at close range to prevent these Sherman from being a problem. Will allow him to dominate both the sort of light cover and the close cover engagements there with his infantry. These Grens making a very, very offensive push across the bottom side here.
Yeah, and this is always my thing with Farid. Like, when it works, it looks awesome, and when it doesn't, like his aggressive play doesn't work, it just looks really. It looks overly ambitious all the time. Like, why does he even need these extra infantry here? He could have sat these Grenadiers here, held the flag, and shifted resources somewhere else. Oh my god, the Tiger up north just died to a rifle fiat. Oh. Like, why? Like, why not?
The first one just lost. Oh, just missed, and then the second shot hit the mark.
Well, but it's the same thing. Like, why didn't Farid just sit on the backside of this empty cover here behind the flag and just hold the flag? Like, where was he going?
Yeah, there was no real reason to push that forward.
Yeah, there was no reason for that. He knows half the infantry have Piats, and it's a singular unsupported Tiger. Like, why is he doing that?
The only real thing that can push forwards there is just all the Decima, but he doesn't really have much left. He is now bringing in another one on that top side. Elephant going for it again. He's going for it. He's coming across the bridge. The Sherman is going to try and take a shot. And the elephant misses. Oh no.
My God.
These elephants have actually been relatively unreliable when it comes. Oh no.
It's the same with a Nashorn. Like these 88 mil guns, I feel like are just so inaccurate. They shouldn't be. They have 45% accuracy, but my God, it does not appear that way. Let me tell you, an ISU wouldn't have missed.
Yeah, the ISU would have definitely hit.
They missed again. Come on.
Oh dear, that's just so painful to watch.
Oh my God.
Now the off map coming down, it will manage to potentially clip this 37 mil AA. That's actually probably the best target for him right now, to kill that AA, because then he can really use the Spitfires one on this bottom side.
Yeah, and he can just bomb the elephant out.
Sherman 3 backing off.
Nothing can hit this thing.
From the elephant right into line of sight of 2 Marder 3s.
Which are missing. Have missed 3 shots in total now. Finally, my goodness.
And now we see another Sherman 5 DD arriving on the field. Potentially more amphibious maneuvers. And then the Wolverine coming in there as well. To help deal with the Marder 3s.
I want it so bad. Wow, the Marder 3 is just missing every shot. Oh my God. I mean, Yamin is outplaying Farid, but I will say, it appears as if Farid's getting a lot of the shaft when it comes to the RNG right now.
Yeah, in this game in particular, 100%.
It really... I try to tell myself it all evens out eventually, but I don't feel like it's evening out.
It's only a matter of time until all this infantry on this bridge gets pinned down and he just fast moves one of the kangaroos over. So that's looking really, really nasty. Meanwhile, did the elephant get pinned down here, or is that just artillery dealing suppression? I feel like it might be artillery. I don't think the 6-pounder.
It's already, yeah, it doesn't look damaged. Up north, the Stug took out a Sherman after getting penned by the Sherman. Now the 2-inch carrier may be able to just kill this off here.
Almost coming in on the bottom side as well.
Here they come.
Hitting the elephant, not killing the Pack 40. 2-inch mortar carrier, go, 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 go.
It's doing it. I think it's going to do it.
It will do it. It 100% will do it.
Definitely will, because it already got, the Stug got penned. Yeah, wow. Secretly OP.
No wonder we built so many universal carriers. They were the most ubiquitous. They were the most ubiquitous, like, I think, armored vehicle built in World War II by the British, I think.
They were universal, obviously. Nice little play here from Farid. Use the Lorraines to pin these kangaroo rifles down and is trying to get in to surrender them, but gonna come up a little short unless something helps them out. I think they might actually be in trouble here.
Well, Decima slowly but surely making ground on the top side. They are being supported by a little bit of artillery, so that's very nice. The biggest problem that he's having is like the Kangaroo Staghound AA is just still a problem. Yeah.
I will say I think Farid's been using his arty really well to like walk his troops forward. Like I mean the arty's the only reason he's still in this. Oh, we just saw a 6-pounder go down from it as well. And I just don't think Yamin has tried to counter battery this stuff and just hasn't gotten. I mean, it's hard to kill these sort of things. They move. It's easy to move them.
Walkren's being destroyed as they retreat across the water there. That looks so cool with all the like machine guns splashing off the water.
Oh yeah, the water in this game does look like really good all the time.
Pack 40.
Although I will say that the tank going into the water was not the smoothest of animations.
It did take out the ram off map. Obviously the off map had probably already been used.
Yamin making another push over the river here, not all the way north, but somewhat north, finding a Flak 36 for free while Farid tried to get a Panzergren across the bridge, is now held up by a sniper.
That's pretty cool when you think about it. Like, yeah. A squad trying to move across the bridge gets pinned down by a sniper. That's pretty awesome. Very cinematic.
Staghound AA up north gonna totally shut down these infantry. Yep, now they need to try to run.
God, these 2-inch mortar carriers are absolute heroes in this game.
50 mil mortars, dude. Secret best weapon in the game.
We just saved the Kangaroo and Sherman from being flanked by the Panzerfaust unit there. And now it's going to be helping kill the Flak 36 quite quickly and efficiently.
So good. The 122. Wait, oh, I thought that was shooting like super mega close range. It's not.
Artillery coming in aplenty on the bottom side is making it difficult for Farid to make ground with his infantry there. Meanwhile on the top side, again, like Staghound just driving forwards, providing so much pressure up there. And now we've got more kangaroo rifles coming in, quite a lot of kangaroo rifles coming in, and that's a lot of thick squads that Farid has to deal with. Now kangaroo rifles following up the push that managed to get across as well. The Sherman 3 and the 2-inch mortar carrier kangaroo rifles backing that up, getting into those buildings will be very annoying for Farid to dislodge.
In the center here, this Pentagon has been trying to surrender these units for like 5 minutes straight now with the help of Artie, and just cannot seem to get all of them pinned at once. Could this be the moment?
Will he be the hero?
I mean, he can surrender like 5 squads units. It would actually be pretty significant. But now he has it on an attack move, so it's not just walking forward to surrender. Oh, he missed the opportunity again.
Well, they're keeping them pinned at least, right? So his infantry aren't going to be terribly effective. But if the kangaroo rifles behind him end up recovering, that's going to not be very helpful. The kangaroo rifles that unloaded from the kangaroo across the bridge actually must have got surrendered. I'm not quite sure what happened to those.
Yeah.
But Sherman 3 now against Stuke, is that? No, they're
nope,
firing
just kidding.
the
There's a building there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, but that's not. Actually, the rifles leader going to sneak around here with a Piat. Oh, no. Stuke 3 is doomed. 2-inch carrier wiping infantry out. He's going to have at least 2 chances.
The Stuke's still moving away. The rifle leader's just been out of line of sight this entire time. Finally in the building.
He's going to get 1 shot.
Oh, there
visually,
it is.
I'd like to note visually it missed.
Yeah, I was zoomed in on that as well. It went totally to the side.
Visually, it totally missed, but it still killed it somehow.
Meanwhile, the 2-inch mortar carrier slamming some more infantry, and Farid's gonna throw in the towel after 44 minutes and 15 seconds. I wasn't even entirely sure what the tickets were like there, but it seems like Farid maybe just like running out of steam. And in the end, 3,760 kills to 3,355 losses for Yamin. It means he wins this series and moves on to the semi-finals. So congratulations to him.
Off to the semi-finals with Yamin. Not terribly surprising. I mean, Yamin is phenomenal, so it's not terribly surprising he's moving on. But Farid's a great player. So definitely a meeting of titans here. Sherman DD's doing some good work. Actually, the Priest DDs did not actually do much in terms of kills. Obviously, they were constantly doing stuff, but in terms of actual kills, they didn't really pick up much at all this game, except for the first one. Other side, anything? Yeah, IG-33 did good work. Jashima here. Lorraine. Okay, Lorraine was a lot more successful.
Yeah, the Lorraines were very, very good in this game. They helped support the infantry a lot, as we mentioned. And the Decima, I mean, it didn't seem like he used that many of them. And I feel like he could have made better use of them.
He even had a C phase. He has a C phase card of those. So he had 30 of them. We really only saw the B phase card ever get used. So yeah, kind of strange.
I feel like those supported by like just, I don't know if the Lorraines can fire smoke, but like surely he has a unit that can use smoke. And then push the Decima forwards and really just rip those Commonwealth units at close range.
Yeah, because Commonwealth CQC is not actually that great. You have a lot of those small squads of field engineers and assault pioneers, but like that's it. Like there actually isn't really any other CQC. So I think he could have taken a little bit more advantage of the Green Forest, and I feel like he was constantly pushing out of the Green Forest just to run into Staghounds and Shermans and stuff, and that just wasn't an ideal use. And again, I think Farid's super aggressive playstyle really bit him in the butt here on this map, because this is not a map. I don't really feel like it's a map you can be that super aggressive on successfully.
Yeah, and it just felt like Yamin was waiting for Farid to make the mistakes that entire time. And he was just set up so well to like sponge all of the attacks that Farid made.
Yeah, he was in no rush at all. And also, if we look, I'm trying to look, the elephant killed a firefly and a sniper. And I'm pretty sure that's all the 2 elephants in total did. Yeah, that's I mean,
rough.
right there is right there is 500 points of essential waste.
Yeah, which could be like 9 squads of Decima, right? So...
Yeah, or more than that. I mean, it's a lot more than that. Honestly, it's like it's almost
like,
20 squads.
Actually, yeah,
It's almost
of course,
20 squads of them. So yeah, I think a little misappropriation of points there probably hurt Farid a whole bunch. He had a lot more Air Force he could have been taking advantage of as well, like a DO-217. Never saw it.
Well, unfortunate for Farid. His aggression gets the better of him, and we see a 2-1 victory for Yamin. Anything else you'd like to add?
It's fun as always. Looking forward to more games with you.
Yeah, been great casting with you once again, and make sure, guys, to like and subscribe.
You've done it. I'm so proud of you.
I do it for you, man. I do it for you.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.